Tempe, Arizona, the 2026 edition of the Grass Clippings Open, presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. What a night to be here just outside of Phoenix on the north side of Tempe, Arizona. You'll find grass clippings. The action has been absolutely fast and furious. You got Doug Smith alongside Todd Dobson. Paige Spiranek is here. Daltouche is down on the ground, and our man Nate Hill, he's going to be roaming around. We'll have to figure out where he can find him. He might be streaming somewhere. But the action, Todd Dobson, Paige Spiranek, when we got here today, Abe Candelaria and Trevor Lampson, they got things going on 15.
What a good, solid shot here. This could be a high-pressure format. So when you have a kick-in like birdie, that's so good.
And it's the hardest hole in the golf course, and the Bluebirds are picking up right where they left off from 2025
and
when they won this very tournament, but now their captain's doing it.
Abe just brushing it in, and then right here at the 16th, Trevor said, hey, let me get in on the action.
And again, this looks just like Kurt Watkins and Jake Byram. This is exactly what they did.
Yeah, and then one hole later, 15, 16, now here at 17.
All day. Automatic.
Cash.
I'm the captain.
Yeah. Oh, captain, my captain. Then we go up to the 18th hole to close out their day, their round. Abe does it again.
And it's a feel-good story. I mean, Abe's been a part of this league since the beginning. He's helped it get to this point, and he loves it as much as the guys that started it. This is what you want out of a tournament like this. He gets to go kick his feet up now, sitting in the pro shop, sitting at the bar with the lead, and he's going to watch this win start to pick up here when the leaders, the former leaders.
Just two good buddies, just getting an opportunity to play a little G together. And after their round, we'll throw it down to Daltouche, who caught up with them.
I'm here with Candelaria and Lampson of the New York Bluebirds. You guys just posted a nasty round. You're the leaders in the clubhouse. How are you feeling?
Feels awesome. I mean, we really got it going today. We started off a little slow yesterday. It was tough, and then today we just really freed it up, and it was a great day. It was awesome.
I love that. Leaders in the clubhouse right now. How fun is it to play in a scramble tournament? You got your boy. He's got your back. Is that freeing up?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, Trevor and I have played a lot of golf together. We're members at the same club in Chandler, Lone Tree Golf Club, and we've probably played, 2,000 or 3,000 rounds together. So comfortability's there, and it's just nice to play for each other and play well.
Very nice. Well, thank you guys. Congrats on the great round. Thank you.
Tell you, over 2,000 rounds of golf together, unbelievable that rapport. That's what it takes, Todd. You come in here with somebody you have rapport with, and you can shoot a low round.
And Lampson's stepping in for Abe's old partner, but it turns out that Abe and Lampson, they won the 2019 Arizona 4-ball, so it's not like they're any strangers.
They're just out here hanging around, having a good time. That's how things sit right now. Candelaria and Lampson took the lead at about 2:15 local time, but it's time for us to learn a little bit more about all that is the Grass League.
The Grass League is the world's first high-stakes par 3 golf league, featuring 11 franchises from all over the country competing in par 3 scramble tournaments. Anyone 18 and older can play, men, women, pros, and AMs. At the Grass League, if you can make it, we'd love to have you. Franchises recruit and assemble their own rosters to compete for them in events. Each Grass League season kicks off with a qualifier and draft that allows anyone and everyone to compete in an 18-hole qualifier for the privilege of entering the GL draft and being selected onto a roster. The 2026 season features 3 major tournaments: the Grass Clippings Open, the Summer Grind, and the GL Championship, with tournaments awarding both prize money and points that contribute to a season-long points race. Additionally, a year-long match play series built for YouTube pits twosomes head-to-head in a thrilling single-elimination showdown. This is the Grass League. Head to grassleague.com to find out more, and head to our socials to stay up to date on all GL news.
Tell you what, can't be a better night. We've seen wind all over the place, but Todd, when we look at the upcoming events here in the Grass League tonight, it's the Grass Clipping Open, and then we head Well, we head out west.
To Oceanside, to Goat Hill Park, where John Ashworth has created such an unbelievable vibe over there. And then we come back here for the GL Championship. It's much like traditional golf where they have 4, we have 3, but the GL Championship is the Super Bowl. And Paige, the teams, I love the team names.
Love the team names. And we have the Las Vegas Action, which is added this year. And some of my other favorites, we have the Los Angeles Roses, who's owned by Dave Roberts. And we have the San Diego Munis, owned by Wyndham Clark.
I mean, that's saying something, Doug. That is saying something. You got Wyndham Clark. You got guys like Dave Roberts, like you said, good golf. Yeah. It's an eclectic group of owners, and that's what makes it such an interesting league.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of partial to the Michigan Auto Aces and the logo. I like the purple, man. It speaks to me just a little bit.
I mean, after what they did to McPherson, it's tough to be a fan of the Auto Aces, but they did win the Summer Grind tournament last year, so who am I to say anything?
All right, we're going to go down on the ground now to the 18th hole. We got some action down here. Let's see what we can do. That's the pairing of Gabe Salinera and Matt Kang. This is a birdie putt. They're at 14 under. Now Salinera, you see Kang on the left side. They get to 15, post one behind Trevor Lamson and Abe Candelaria. Look at that scorecard page. They went out and got it done. Unbelievable page. We're going to have a lot of action. Paige Sporanic, Todd Dobson. Quick look at this leaderboard. Surprise right there. Cody Massa, back-to-back Arizona Mid-Am champion. He was paired with DJ Lance from 8 a.m. Golf. Thought they might play better than this, but a lot of golf coming up. Bring you in here to the 18 tower. Todd Dobson here alongside Paige Sporanic. I'm Doug Smith. Look, so happy to be with you. Todd, when we talk about the Grass League and all that goes in and all the people that are involved in this, what are some of the things that kind of make you proud to be in and around this effort?
Honestly, there's a lot of people that are involved in putting this together, but at the end of the day, it's for the players. And when the players show up and they're as excited as they are, that's what it's all about, you know? And people say, where's this going to be in 20 years? And where's this going to be in 50 years? You know, we're going to ask the players, what do you want?
What do you want? I don't know.
What does your life allow you to do? Like, that's what this should be about. And you're seeing it through the players tonight. You will see it tonight. And like just Gabe right there, the emotion. They're not going to win the tournament posting the second place, but still, it's big for him. It's big for the team. It's big for the franchise.
Well, it's interesting you talk about the team because, Paige, we talk about team golf in that college setting. Most of these guys were standouts at their colleges, and now they get a chance to be alongside of a former teammate or a new teammate and really re-experience the game of golf.
Golf is such a small world, and you're seeing that because anyone you talk to, like, oh, I played with them here, or on this tour, or in college, or in junior golf, and it's really cool to see them all come together. For me, team golf was my favorite aspect of it, and you're seeing it out here. The passion is there. They want to play well for themselves, but also, more importantly, for the team.
And that's what we love about the Grass League. Again, we're going to have that season-long point race, and then it's going to culminate. Look, San Diego Munis last year, they were able to get the season-long race win. And they didn't really, I mean, they competed because they won the race. But overall, they didn't win an individual championship.
Well, it's how you put together your roster. You obviously want to win the tournament, but you also want to have depth. So there's certain ways to look at it. Like if you look at the Minnesota Muskies right now, they have the #1 player in the entire world for par 3 golf, yet they finished 7th on the points race last year. So there's some tinkering to be done there, but the San Diego Munis have been solid top to bottom since they've come into the league.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you talk about that team aspect, there's something about not letting your teammate down. You either show up or you shut down. And again, out here, Paige, you got to show up and pull your partner out of the muck.
Absolutely. I think one thing I found really interesting during the draft is they weren't really going for maybe the best players. They were going for team chemistry. And I think that's what they've learned from the previous season, that if you're not meshing together, you're not going to win. And you need to find people that you can play golf with, because everyone has a different mentality out there. They are very particular. Golfers are very particular.
Yes, we are. We're a weird
and
bunch.
So finding someone who you can work with, and we've seen that some really great pairings, and I think a lot of people are going into this. How can we create more chemistry?
Well, you talk about that draft. Let's get into it. It's the only draft in golf. Todd, tell us just how that even came to be.
Well, again, to what Paige said, sometimes in golf is just, a singular sport. But in this instance, you get through the qualifier, and then you harp it back to the movie Miracle. I said, I'm not looking for the best ones. I'm looking for the right ones. And that's cool. That's so cool.
I love it.
Just because you shot 6 under and someone shot 10 under doesn't mean you're not going to have your best round coming up. And what happened was you were just blown away at the fact that the guy that shot 10 under at the top of our leaderboard went second to last in the entire draft.
In the second round of that draft. The draft was 2 players, but what I enjoyed most about the draft is we had over 200 people in the qualifier. We got 28 teams into the draft, but 6 went home. Only 22 teams found a home this week. Some people felt really bad leaving the other night.
And again, it's sports. It's tough things happen in sports. You watch the NFL draft the other night. There's a lot of non-drafted free agents and whatnot, but the intangibles, we talked about it last night. It really pays to have intangibles to where you could be a good teammate, be there for somebody, pick them up when they miss a putt. And you said, be there for your teammate, but it's pick a brother up.
Pick a brother up. You got to. And let's get out to some action. We're going to go out to the first hole. This is Josh Lungier and Easton Doyle. They're members of... Well, Todd, I'll let you tell them where they're members of. You know how the teams work here.
Michigan Auto Aces, and so these guys came highly touted by captain of the Aces, Daniel Ochoa, who actually caddied for them in the qualifier. They got through easily at 8 under. They were a part of the early wave of tee times, and they are proving their worth.
Oh, man, catches that left side there, Paige, and tell you what, you see some putts fall early, that could change the complexion of a round.
We've talked about this. I don't love birdieing the first hole when I'm playing myself, but in a team event, especially a scramble, you want a birdie to start out.
Okay, go ahead, Todd. Because Paige, we got to talk about that.
We're going to correct ourselves. That was Jonah Daniels, actually, from the Munis. All these new drafted players, it's easy to mix them up.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that tonight.
We might do that tonight. But Jonah Daniels and Connor Klein, that is the exact start you want with a chance to win the tournament here.
I'll tell you, just a downhill little chip shot here at the first hole. And Paige, let's get into this just a touch, because we talked about it a little bit yesterday. You don't like birdieing the first hole. Why?
Mental. I just feel like it's all downhill.
It is downhill here at the first hole.
It's the same. It's the same thing as if you have a amazing, perfect warm-up and you're absolutely puring it and you're slotted. It's going to be the worst round of your life. It's the same thing. You birdie the first hole, all bad from there.
I can tell you don't want to quadruple bogey the first hole, so shoot for bogey, apparently. I don't know what the takeaway is there, but here we go. Here is the Michigan Auto Aces. Here's our guys. This is Easton Doyle. And they got Lundmeyer behind there looking at the putt, and you'll notice that at the Grass League, you can do whatever you want when it comes to putting.
I'll tell you what, that's a dangerous way to hold a putter. If you see somebody with high hands, that is usually the miss, Paige.
I was talking to a lot of the players, and they don't love starting out on this first hole. It's a bit on the shorter side, but it's a really touchy shot into this green, and especially because the greens are quite firm and crispy. We've been having a lot of wind out here that's really been drying these greens out.
Paige, touchy is an understatement, okay? You get up on the first tee, you're maybe in the lead or have it, in contention, and they say a downhill, green that's moving away from you 75 yards, and if you chunk it, you're in the ravine right there. I mean, that's a heck of a way to start a golf tournament.
And that's a heck of a way to start this golf tournament, and they're around with the low side lip out there for Daniels and Klein. They came in 8 under par, trying to do something to happen. And Paige, I have to disagree with you respectfully, because today, if you're teeing off in this time, you already know what you have to do. You got to go out there and you got to make birdies, and the sooner you can make them, the better, because you don't want to come down to 18 and really need a birdie. We want to see that, but not if you're in the team.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if I'm playing by myself, I don't.
Wow. And this is when you need your partner to pick you up, because that can happen. It took his eye off the ball.
This is where the two-man scramble gets a little bit dicey, because in one hand you're like, okay, I have my partner to pick up the pieces, but it puts the pressure on them real fast, real quick.
Have you ever heard that someone have a 2-footer on one that could potentially lose them the tournament? Because if he would have missed that, I would have said these guys are done.
Now, again, let's take it back up to the first tee. I see Hannah Gregg and Frederick Lindblom, and we're going to bring in Nate Hill for the first time. Nate, what's happening?
Well, we are at the first tee here, and these are the overnight leaders, right? So this is the best of the best. And you said it earlier, Paige, this is not a fun shot to start off with. A little 77-yarder downhill, and you can't land at the number. You land at the number, it's going 10 feet past at least. So everyone I've seen has been hitting about a 60-degree and trying to get it on the front side, maybe left of it, and trickle it into the hole here.
I'll tell you what, Nate, we can hear the wind right now in your microphone. It has got to be humming up there at the first tee.
Yeah, it's moving. And on that note, I will find something to block that for you guys.
Hey, don't worry. Your first time, we're gonna make sure it's the best time. But I tell you what, looking forward to getting this final round started. Austin Quick, Tyler Warwinski. Well, they're coming up after this current group. Excuse me. This is Hannah Gregg, Frederick Lindblom, Chad Hambright, as well as Alex Chiarella. The Bluebirds. You've seen your team go out and play some good golf. You just got to copy and paste it, but it's not that simple, Ty.
It's not that simple, but the thing about the New York Bluebirds is they come for business. You know what I mean? It's a business trip every time they go to a tournament. They won the tournament last year. I mean, look at this is what's the coolest part about the Bluebirds is they have graduates. There's a guy on the Corn Ferry Tour, Michael Fiegels, who played in this very event last year and is not allowed to play at this event because he has full status on Corn Ferry, but he's out here this weekend caddying for the Bluebirds. Once a Bluebird, always a Bluebird.
All right, this at 18. And I tell you what, we'll take this opportunity to throw it down to Daltouche, who's on the 18th green.
What's going on, guys? Listen, let me tell you about this pin location. It is in the bottom of a bowl. The right side is helping, the left side is helping, but it's still a pretty treacherous situation if you miss it long. But luckily for these guys, they both stuffed it to around 6 feet, and they're looking at bird.
I'll tell you what, Daltouche came in with some heat, sounding like a seasoned veteran. I'm not mad at that, as we saw that putt just slide by for a member of
the Swamp
Dogs of Tampa.
And I hate to keep tossing it back to the NFL, but this would make them Mr. Irrelevant because they were the last draft picked in the 2026 GL draft.
All right, now let's get back to this first tee. Nate, that's Hannah Gregg on the tee, ready to get her second round started.
And she's got, looks to be a 60-degree as well. Oh, that's looking left and short.
Hannah plays her golf on the Ladies European Tour. She's been jumping back and forth across the pond. Gonna have to really lean on her wedge game today. She plays a lot of golf overseas, Paige. A lot of flighted wedges you need to hit it in tight.
Absolutely. You're going to need to flight your wedges, really all of the shots today, especially when the wind has been picking up every single afternoon. We're feeling it right now. It's going to dry out those greens even more, make them a little bit more firm. And they have an interesting team dynamic because they're engaged.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Frederick Lindblom of Sweden, fantastic creator, better golfer. He's going to have to find the surface. Easy to get this long.
Wow, I mean, if history repeats itself, Trey Kidd and Allison Lee almost won the 2024 GL Championship. And there was some, I kept talking to Parker during that broadcast and saying, there might be a proposal if they win this tournament. They unfortunately lost, but things have come full circle. But here we're back to 18, another drafted pair that for birdie. And Daltouche is down there watching it firsthand.
So I've seen 3 misses so far. These balls were about 7 feet away. This is going to be the last opportunity for one of these 4 gentlemen to make it. I mean, that just goes to show, even if you're around 7 feet away, this green still has some teeth. So we're going to hop on board with this fella. Hopefully he knocks it in.
All right, up next for the San Diego Munis.
Exactly what Daltouche said here. We see a lot of short misses. These greens are no joke. I think when you think of a par 3 course, you think of a bit of a hit and giggle, and this is anything but that.
Yeah, Jeffrey Evanier and Nick Delio. What the Delio? They're going to get in at 6 under par. Didn't have the day that they had hoped for. Just 1 under par in this second round. Now back to the first hole.
Alex Chiarella, a veteran of the Grass League, a veteran of the New York Bluebirds. He's thinking a win today, Doug. He's thinking a win, and anything less than that would be a disappointment for the pair.
I'll tell you what, well, sit back and relax. We're going to be here with you till almost 9 o'clock here at Grass Clippings, the 2026 Grass Clippings Open. So step aside. We'll see you soon.
I'll take a mulligan.
How many is that, 6?
You know, with Golf Now, you can pre-order range balls and check in directly on the app, so you have more time to work that out before the round.
Got it. Can you toss me another ball?
Yeah, here you go.
What was that?
Thought I'd save you the trouble.
Not a stroke.
Get your golf on now with Golf Now.
Gonna have a good time, gonna be a good day. We gon' ride the wave, yeah, we gon' bring the party. Ain't no time to waste. Let's celebrate, yeah, make up the sun, rinse and repeat. Coming in looking like the VIP. It's a good time, yeah, say la vie. Living my best life, look at me. Look at me. Living my best life, best life. Turn up the lights.
Too many accident victims settle for far less than they deserve. The truth is, insurance companies are working against you. At Shapiro Law Team, we don't just settle, we fight for your rights. We have a team of trial lawyers who have recovered over $200 million for our clients. We're not like most firms. We're the lawyers who will actually take your case to court and win. It's your case, your recovery, your justice.
Back to the green at 1, 2026 Grass Clippings Open, final round. Hannah Gregg paired with Frederick Lindblom. They're here from the Hitters. I tell you what, didn't get drafted early. They went late second round, but it seems like they found a home. 7 under in that qualifying round, 9 under yesterday.
I think we may have had something to do with that draft pick.
Maybe so.
We brought him into the booth, but I think it's worth saying that Hannah Gregg is the first woman to be drafted in the Grass League draft.
That's what's up. That's good to know. A little nugget right there. I didn't even have that in my research notes.
And they're playing in the second to last group. That's pretty special.
Paige, uphill.
You know when I said you don't want to birdie the first hole? I don't want to lag putt this long.
Paige, I'm starting to realize your golf is very specific. How you want to start. You don't want to lag. You don't want to make birdie on the first. When do you want to make birdies? 2? On the second hole, is that where we start?
2 is fine. 3, we'll take it. Yeah, as you can gather, I'm a bit of a mental head case on the golf course. I much prefer to watch other people play and make birdies.
Respectfully, Paige, you said that, not me. I tell you, but when you do get a chance, this is what I like about the Grass League as a whole. 2-man teams, you get a look at the putt. So Freddie knows this is way out right.
A lot of strategy here as well on who goes first, who goes second. You actually see a lot of the teams switch it up. Oh, that was a good run there, and they're going to have a tap in for their par.
Yeah, not the worst putt for. Well, I dare say I don't need much research. Probably the only engaged pairing that we have here.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they're the only engaged pairing. But I have to say, Paige, maybe just start skipping the first hole. Would that make sense?
You know, I said 18 holes is too much anyways. Give me 14 holes.
I tell you, built on the bones of the Rolling Hills golf course. I tell you, Pete, the guys that own this place, I'm sorry, Todd, called you the wrong name. The guys that built this place on top of the Rolling Hills bones really had to have a vision for what this could be.
Yeah, it was a true love of the game, respect of the tradition. And, the whole company, the whole idea started from this simple concept of giving recognition to greenskeepers, the guys and gals that get here 4 a.m. in the morning to cut the grass, roll the greens. If they don't show up, we're not playing golf. And they get overlooked way too often. Scott Hebert and the team here is one of the best in the country. So here's Chad Hambright with a chance to get the momentum going to get him to 9 under, and just completely misreads that.
There's a lot of movement on these greens. Again, they're quite challenging, and we're going to see that more on the back 9 as well. Hole 15, I really want to call out. It's a short little hole there, but that green, you do not want to miss it. Long, short, left, right. I mean, there's no good putt on that green. Even here, sometimes they say leave it below the hole, but there's still so much movement.
And here's Chiarella. I was talking to him yesterday after the round. Hambright typically went second, but then they switched up because Chiarella found something, and they're going to try to ride this hot putter to a championship tonight.
Well, we already had one look at this right to left effort and see if he can keep a high size walking after it. Oh, it's back uphill toward those Papago Buttes there in the background, and, well, gravity not on the side. Par start.
And you know what they say in a scramble, do not leave any putt short. You got 2 looks at it.
There's just absolutely no reason to do that. And Paige, I actually want to see how you and I would fare here, because what if I made the birdie? You hit the shot and I make the birdie. Does that count toward how you see the game?
I think that would be perfectly acceptable, and I think we would make a pretty good team. My short game in putting is, I would say, pretty good, and you hit the ball.
Well, far doesn't help here. You've got to be a tactician here around these greens, just like Hannah Gregg and Freddie Lindblom have been. Left-hand low stroke. I want to say her putter was made right here locally in Phoenix, Embrace Putters. Give a shout out to Liam real quick. There's the par start for our group number 32, Gregg, Lindblom, Hambright, and Chiarella. They'll mosey over to the second. Tell you, all good vibes, though. When we talk about just what it's like to come to a golf course, you have those moments of truth. It's all welcoming here.
I mean, golf has always been a certain way, and, you know, why not change it up a little bit? It's not as if we're being disrespectful or anything like that, but, you know, there's several ways to look at a certain thing, you know, and if you want to talk about tradition, you have the Muskies and the Bluebirds are the only 2 franchises to ever win a Grass Clippings Open, and they did so in dramatic fashion. Drew Kittleson made a putt in 2024 when you were on the call on the 18th green in the playoff, and then Kurt Watkins, Paige was sitting there in the booth when Kurt Watkins made a 50-foot bender right behind us in the haboob that came out of nowhere, and
well, not everybody knows what a haboob is. It's a big wind sandstorm. That's what a haboob is. Drew Kittleson sound familiar? He should. Partners with Brooks Koepka and Jonas Blix on that Florida State University golf team. Actually finished second in the USAM to Danny Lee. Kittleson, no stranger to the limelight.
And Doug, you want to talk about just reminiscing about the 2024 GCO? Who was it that Drew Kittleson and playing partner at the time, Brian Hobbs, beat in that playoff? Maybe the guy stepping up to the tee?
Well, I dare say it was Austin Click and Tyler Wawrinski.
Waworski. They call it WeWork. WeWork. It's tough to get that name right.
WeWorski, while we wait, let's take a look back and see what Edwards can do here at the 17th tee. Oh, wait, correction, that's the 15th tee.
This was that really challenging 15th hole that I was talking about. It's not very long, but as you can see, it's a bit of a postage stamp, and that is a fantastic, fantastic shot.
Fantastic. That was better than what we saw from Candelaria when he came through earlier today, probably almost an hour ago.
And here's Waworski. He had a hole-in-one on 13 yesterday, and his wife told me he hasn't had a hole-in-one since he was 12 years old, but found it yesterday.
Well, try to get a little sizzle on that. You see that late low release right there, Paige, and it spun, but trying to get these to check downhill, down grain, downwind, good luck.
That first hole is quite difficult, and since we're reminiscing here for a second.
Might as well.
Fun fact, Austin Quick and I played junior golf together. I know him quite well.
It's probably the highlight of his golf career. Paige saying that on national TV.
He confirmed that. Yeah, he confirmed that. And but he's the captain of Phoenix United. He works at a scrapyard down the street, and he wants to win this tournament as badly as any other tournament he's ever played in.
I'll tell you what, shots like that says he's also scrappy.
That's a great start for them.
That's a below the hole page. Paige, do you actually build that into your strategy as we go into 18? Do you build in playing below the hole or trying to?
I think you try to, of course, but again, these greens are so tricky that sometimes being below the hole isn't the easiest shot.
Now, give me uphill with some pace.
We talked about Mr. Irrelevant earlier. This was the first draft pick in the 2026 GL draft for the new franchise, the Las Vegas Action, as BJ Doucette pours it in to push them to 9 under.
And Doucette able. Real name is Bruce Wayne Doucette, for the record, Jr. So I guess he's Batman. As we catch back to 1, see the end of that for.
And that's Brian Blanchard from the Minnesota Muskies, a new addition. He jumped franchises late last year to play in the 2025 GL Championship, and everybody was surprised they were joining that team. And I got to say, they surprised me, even though they've won a 2024 U.S. Floorball Championship. I was surprised to see them atop the leaderboard after last night's conditions.
You know what? Now that you say that, and we have that in the notes that they were the U.S. Amateur Floorball Championships 2 years ago. Today is going to play like that. Firm, fast, windy condition. This is a USGA setup as you can get here at Grass Leagues, or Grass Clipping, excuse me.
Yeah, and I talked to Scotty Hebert this morning, and I just said, put this into context for me. Put this into context. You know, what is this? Is this a U.S. Open? And, you know, of course, he says, I agree. He goes, I'm trying to firm up the greens, trying to make it to where it's gettable. Pins are there for the taking for hole-in-ones, but it's, you got to go and earn it.
Well, it's interesting where the leaderboard sets. We saw Abe Candelaria, Trevor Lamson. They got it done earlier in at 16 under par. What a round today. Like, look at that. They shot 12 under. There's only 18 holes out here. 18 holes, par 3 golf. The lights are about to come on. That's the only thing that's really missing from what we know about the Grass Leagues right now. But Paige and Mr. Dobson, when we look at this leaderboard, who are those players? I know this is the top. We got a lot of players that are just getting their day underway, but who are some people that can vault up this leaderboard?
Well, we always say it, whatever team has the most holes left to play typically has the best chance to win. And it's as simple as that. You look on the leaderboard right now, and you see Joe Affronti and Vince India from Phoenix United. They're just teeing off on 12. They're in a great position, but a lot of golf to be played.
My question is this a golf tournament at a concert or a concert at a golf tournament?
Does it matter?
I don't think it does.
It doesn't.
But I had to ask.
If you can make it, we'd love to have you, Doug.
And I made it. And thank you for having me. And that's the attitude here at Grass Clippings, at Grass League. If you can make it, we'd love to have you. Come to Phoenix, make sure you book your tee time. Tee time start at what time here?
They start just like any old golf course, depending on the year. So right now it's about 7:30 a.m., but the last tee time is a little bit different. You'll see those lights. They'll come on later tonight, but the last tee time typically is 10:50 p.m. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, and that parking lot that you see in your shot right now, that's actually the driving range. They convert it so people can have convenience to get to the golf course, enjoy everything. We've got golf, we've got concerts, we've got shows, we got food, we got everything you need for a full family day. Come out here if you're watching on YouTube right now. We're going to keep it rolling on Golf Channel really once we get to that 6 o'clock hour here on the Pacific Coast. Shout out to Gila River Resorts and Casinos for sponsoring this event. But Todd, we're back to the green at the opening hole.
And this is Austin Quick. He's diligent about reading the greens, and you know, like we talked in 2024, he played 4 years of college golf at ASU, played a few years with John Rahm. So
never heard of him.
When people want to talk about who are these guys, he's been in the room with some of the best in the world.
Two-person scramble. That's the format. 11 franchises, $150,000 up on the line this week.
Got an uphill birdie putt for them right here. Let's see if they can start with that birdie that everyone loves so much. Just those subtle breaks again.
And the high side lip out. I tell you what, that putt was everything but quick.
And I gotta say, I'm a bit surprised that he's going first.
I'm surprised as well. Austin's a fantastic putter.
I'd argue he's a top 10 putter in the league, and you know, Doug was there for the 2024 GCO, and he made a putt from about 30 feet after seeing Tyler's, and that's when he gave the famous just 1-2 punch celebration as the caddies embraced in the air above them. And here's Tyler. Tyler's got a different look in his eyes.
Yeah.
I saw it on the range
Really
the other day. He had a hole-in-one, obviously, yesterday. He works at the golf course now. You talked about the $150,000. That's not even in their mind right now.
No.
As in a survey that Austin Quick took, he said, I do this stuff for free.
Well, I know he says that, but it's nothing wrong with being paid. Now, let's talk a little bit. How does the money work in the grass league?
So, these franchise owners go out and source their players and yada, yada, yada. Some might be pros, some might be amateurs. The best way to do that is, if the team wins, one of the teams on the franchise wins, or regardless of how much money goes, goes to the franchise owner. And then it's at the franchise discretion to disperse the money to their players, pro or amateur, as we see Blanchard burn the edge.
Yeah, a lot of motion right there. All right, let's step aside to 18T. Throw it back down to Touche. Touche, what you got going on?
We got a couple of fun groups here on 18. Two influencers, Joe Hooks and Evan Thompson. So I'm excited to see how they do with this one. Conditions have eased up considerably the past 2 days. This hole is looking quite gettable, not too much wind. They should be able to put one close.
And Paige, I don't disagree with that statement right there about this being a gettable hole with that front hole location here at 18.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in a bit of a bowl, so if you hit it on the right side, it's going to feed in. If you hit it on the left side, it's going to feed in. If you hit it a little long, it's going to feed back in. I feel like this, and I don't want to jinx it.
No, don't do it, Paige. Don't do it.
I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
All right.
I think this is a hole-in-one pin.
If there's going to be one, it's going to be this pin, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade.
Well, it's interesting is you talk about there being a hole-in-one. You go back to Summer Grind, Aaron Grimes able to knock one down there at Goat Hill Park. So he's already had one ace in the grass leagues. Well, let's see if he can do it again, Pete.
Did just that, and he had one here at the 2025 GCO as well. I mean, he's got a knack for putting the ball in the hole in the first swing.
One thing that's really interesting about Grimes is that he doesn't watch anyone hit. He doesn't watch his partner. He doesn't watch anyone. He says that he only knows his swing and he only cares about his own swing. He doesn't want to watch anyone else.
I love that mentality. That's why he's known for putting the ball in the hole in the first swing, I guess.
All right, and while that was happening, this was happening at 1 for Engel.
Great birdie there, and some nice calves, I might say.
Hey, you know what? I'll let you take that compliment. You know what? Speaking of nice calves, Daltouche, he's still at the 18th green. He's got some nice calves.
Well, they're not as nice as I would like, and I certainly don't work on them enough as I should, but that's okay. That's just the way it is. We got Joe Hooks stepping up to the 18th tee here. He's eyeing it down. I think his playing partner played it a little short right. But he's looking like he's taking dead aim at the pin. He's got a very serious look on his face. And the swing's about to go down.
I tell you, Joe just got a huge announcement about a month ago that he received a sponsor's exemption into the 2026 Rocket Classic. So Joe will make his second PGA Tour start here in the next 6 or so weeks. Grew up right there at Detroit Golf Club and scared the hole. Tell you, Paige, that's not the worst place to be, even though it looks kind of farther from the hole from this topside view.
We've seen people make putts there for sure.
If you want to talk about, everyone goes, well, what's the relation to Detroit and Michigan? Is this just some weird name or something like that? Joe Hooks, born and raised, and now he's playing in his second Rocket Mortgage Classic. He's the heart and soul of the squad and potentially the city.
Yeah, and Joe, he wears Detroit on his back. I mean, he's a guy that lets you know where he's from, and that's because I'm from Detroit. Oh, that's how we do it in Detroit. And so great to see those guys. Now Evan Thompson, excuse me.
Well, that's all right. We got Evan Thompson on the tee, dual sport athlete, used to play college football. Maybe flared this one out a little bit right, but that could be okay.
He's got a very Victor Hovland-esque swing, and Touche said it might be okay. It might scare the hole.
That's exactly what I was talking about with that pin placement. You can miss it right all day long, and it'll feed right on in.
And then it comes back off the other side. Now he's right below the hole, about a pace onto this green.
Influencers can actually play some good golf. Who knew?
So, you know, when Paige says something like that, you just got to let it breathe for just a second.
I agree.
Paige, you identify as an influencer or a content creator?
I don't like to put myself in a box.
You don't put yourself in a box. You're just a golfer, a professional golfer. You still professional?
Still professional.
Still pro.
Haven't played a pro tournament in 9 years.
She's a gamer. And here's Andrew Augustiniak, the captain of the Stragglers, was drafted in the first round last year.
How good is that golf swing?
He said he's coming up to the booth if he makes birdie here.
All right, there's a ridge there. A former JUCO All-American for Andrew Augustiniak. All right, we're going to take a moment, head up to the tee at 2, and Nate Hill is with this group.
We got Phoenix teeing off here, and these are the overnight leaders. Nice looking draw here, coming off a birdie.
2 is no bargain. You guys start out hot here. 1 is not easy, and 2 plays uphill and quite long, especially when the wind is blowing. But it looks like the wind is kind of holding steady right now.
Yeah.
So holding steady for now, and then that was a great shot because he's got a flat putt on that one because that's up top of the ridge. That was 163 yards into a daunting second green.
Yeah, that green's kind of flat front to back. And I tell you, when you look at the numbers, the shortest hole that we see is the hole that they're starting out on, Paige. It's just 75 yards. We got another one on the way. Then you come right back with a hole with some teeth. But all in all, they spread it around pretty good here.
Absolutely. You have a great mix of short holes, longer holes, gettable pins, some really challenging pins. One thing I do want to mention is that the men and women play from the same tees. So when we're looking at Hannah Gregg, she is teeing up from the same spot as these guys are.
Yeah, and I love that too. But Nate, how's she looking right now? Nerves?
You know, I lost Hannah a little bit ago. I'm here with the Muskies, and Blanchard is about to tee off. Coming off a great swing on 1.
Everyone loves the Muskies. All I hear is Todd talking about the Muskies. Muskies this, Muskies that.
It's because he has a tattoo on his thigh.
I have caught a muskie too. There's a muskie that is hanging in the pro shop. So a lot of muskies gear around here, but you know they're gonna have to win something here soon before they start losing fans.
Doug, if you were to get a tattoo of any of the teams here, what would you do?
You know, honestly, it'd probably either be the Roses, the LA Roses logo, or the Tampa Bay Swamp Dogs logo.
What about you, Paige?
Oh, no. We're not putting a bumper sticker on that.
All right.
Toyota.
Well, we gotta get Nate in on the action. Nate, what logo you tatting on you?
As a man with a lot of tattoos, I think I'm going to just grab a rose and be basic out here. I don't need a fish on me.
All right, keeping it basic. We're going to keep it here with you, Nate.
Angle coming on. A great birdie putt. Clutched it up for his team. It was like a 3-footer. And this one's looking good, too. Just got to get to that back tier.
Now, got to push one all the way back. Try to get it to stop. Is there some action there on the left side, Paige?
But that's not a bad place to leave it, especially if you have 2 shots at this. I can see them chipping them in.
And let's go back to 18. We saw the Detroit Auto Aces, Joe Hooks, Aaron Grimes. See if this group can get things done. And Paige, we're going to take a look at our green mapping presented by Blue Tees.
As you can see, those arrows are going every single which way.
Yeah, they are.
Which is not what you always want to see when you're on a green. But that's exactly why they're missing some short putts around there, because it is literally going left, right.
Yeah, we love this
forward,
view.
back. And it's really cool to see how complicated and complex these greens really are out here.
Okay, now we saw the green. We got the action. And now Evan.
Todd, I know that you love some drama, and I've heard that Evan Thompson and Ryan Ruffles have a little bit of beef going on.
That was a rumor that was tossed my way the other night, and I'm still doing a bunch of research. And I mean, I don't know if we call them influencers or YouTubers but I got to imagine.
How about golfers?
Golfers, but that world attracts some friction. Would that be fair to say?
Apparently, they played a 1v1, and Ryan played really well. Evan didn't play so well, and the footage is not to be seen anywhere.
See, that's whack. I'm not a fan of that. You get beat, you gotta put it up. You still gotta put it up.
Whoa!
We'll have to get Daltouche to do some digging right there.
Breaking news, and here's Augustiniak. Every time he comes up to this green, he makes his putt. Didn't make it last night, but he's been known to make it in the last round of each tournament here.
Well, he should be a great putter with his backyard.
Yeah, it's like Augusta National in his backyard, plus half of a football field.
That's his house?
That's his house.
Oh, I've seen that on the ground. I've seen that. He's got a scoreboard back there, etc.
The whole thing. You could have a
magical
NFL game back there. You could have a putting contest. You could, maybe host the last couple holes of Augusta National there as well.
Not the day that the pair won it, just 3 under par. Now you see Joe Hooks, Aaron Grimes stalking. This page it's ticked downhill.
A little downhill, maybe moving a little right, maybe a little bit left.
I'm not sure this is a putt that's very easy to read. If you're Joe Hooks right now, you got to be locked in on this line.
Pull back off there.
Yeah, Grimes is going to be the kind of sacrificial lamb for this lead. Grimes 2 seasons ago able to win outright at the Long Beach Open. Probably the biggest win of his career. Plays a lot of golf on the APGA Tour. Oh, and that one broke right off the face.
As I said earlier, history typically repeats itself, and former auto aces Allison Lee and Trey Kidd, I think, had this exact putt to try to tie Billy Haynes and Dan Buckner to force yet another playoff, and they lipped out. So hopefully Joe Hooks can rewrite history here and push them to 13 under.
Well, you go back a year ago, Joe Hooks is used to facing pressure-packed putts, able to win the John Shippen Memorial Invitational, which is basically a play-in to the Rocket Classic there at Detroit Golf Club, a course that he was a member at growing up. Family took some hardships, had to drop out of that membership. The other members kept Joe kind of in their arms, kept him around the game of golf. He won that tournament last year. This is a huge putt for the Auto Aces.
Huge putt here. And Detroit underrated for pizza.
Joe Hooks birdies the last. He and Grime and the Auto Aces. Now they are in 4th, tied with Affronti and India, 13 under par. Solid round of golf today, punctuated by that birdie at the last. And shake hands, slap hands. Now we'll get back to the second hole, send it down to Nate Hill.
All right, we're here with the Minnesota Muskies, and Engel is up to putt here. They didn't quite make it up to the top shelf, and Blanchard was able to get it there, but left it on the right side. This guy seems to be the clutch putter of the group. Let's see what he's got.
Nate, you played in the qualifier. What are the greens like out there?
Downhill quick, uphill fast. Sorry, reverse that. And they missed the birdie here.
So, all right. So we're going to step aside here. We're going to go back to the tee at 18. Daltouche is there with a pair that is tied for the lead.
Yeah, we got a twosome from the Las Vegas action that are indeed tied for the lead. So it is do or die situation here. You like what I did there? I liked it a lot. I came up with it on the spot right there, but they needed two. They needed two to take the lead in the clubhouse, and this is really what it's all about. The vibes are getting high, and so are the stakes.
Yeah, when we think about what needed to be done, Paige, we talked about it off air. You wanted to see some players early in that wave get to about 16 or 17, really put the pressure on, and honestly, it's played out exactly how you called it, Paige. 16, chance to get to 17.
I think 18, 19 might be the number that we're going to be shooting for. But again, posting a good number, and if the wind starts blowing, you never know what's going to happen.
All right, Las Vegas action. Mr. Dobson, Philip Reedy, Joseph Harrison now.
Las Vegas action are new to the Grass League this year, and let me just say, they're coming in full force.
They're blowing the doors off. They signed Colton Nost, and now they got Harrison, who's got a chance to put them atop the leaderboard. They got to be pretty happy, the ownership group.
All right, where's this heading, Touche?
Well, you know, I do have sunglasses on, but that doesn't mean I can see the ball exactly where it is. I did lose that one in the air, but the spectators are clapping. They must like it, so it must be good.
Oh, and we can see it, and it is just past the hole, about 10 to 12 feet just past. And they'll have a downhill putt. Well, I don't even know which way that's going to break, Paige. This is the most confusing green on this property.
We need blue tees back up.
Yeah, we need to put, can we pull the blue tees back up? We need that in my phone. Is that even legal anymore? Not in the PGA Tour, but out here?
A lot of things go out here.
Okay, all right.
Be happy to have blue tees. I want like a monitor on my wrist when I play out here and have blue tees on there, but.
Don't ask me about the rules.
To be continued there, Paige. We're going to just leave you that, but all right, trying to leverage the front, but not enough.
Again, everything does feed in, but you have to get it to the certain point at the apex for everything to feed over onto the green, but that's not a bad leave.
All right, beautiful view from high above. Candelaria, Lampson, they're still atop the leaderboard, but will they be joined? Stay tuned. We've got more.
You ever play Tierra Rojada?
Tierra Rojada plays for 7,015 yards, 132 slope, 73.3 course rating, fairly priced, friendly staff.
What's happening?
Golf Now has over 2 million course ratings and reviews, which makes it easier to find the perfect course, including day of reports. Gopher memorized them all. Try another.
Gray Shore Dunes.
Link style feels like Ireland. Firm fairways. I wouldn't go today, though. They just punch the greens.
Wow, he's good.
Golf Now's even better.
Yeah. 4! Oh, sorry. What'd I miss? Golf Now. Get your golf on.
My world brand new. Just do what I do. That's what it looks like. Good life, just cruise. Better vibes, better views. Yeah, kick it on back like we on vacation. Get them on their feet like I stand in ovation. Switch it up, let me see you get up and shake it. Shake it. Soak up the sun, rinse and repeat. Coming in looking like a VIP. It's a good time, yeah, say la vie. Living my best life.
The Grass League is loaded with elite golfers and has a player ranking system that accounts for individual results from past events. Let's take a look at the highest ranked players from some of the Grass League franchises. Drew Kittleson of the Minnesota Muskies, or Kitty as he's called, played collegiately alongside Brooks Koepka at Florida State. With 3 top 10s and a win on the Grass League under his belt, he's currently the #1 ranked par 3 golfer in the world and is hoping to keep it that way. Ryan Ruffles, hailing from Australia, was once a child phenom. He is now ascending the ranks of YouTube golf with The Lads, helmed by Jason Day. He captured the 2025 GL Championship title alongside his sister Gabby, herself an LPGA golfer. Ryan leads the Roses from the front and has designs to build on last season's success. Phoenix United player captain Austin Quick spends his days working at a scrapyard, but his nights leading his hometown Grass League franchise. He's assembled a great squad for the 2026 season and will look to establish United as a heavy hitter. It's all on the line here at Grass League, and anyone has a shot at the win.
Back at the Grass Clippings Open, the 2026 edition presented by Gila River Resorts and Casino. Abe Candelaria as well as Trevor Lampson, they're at the top of the leaderboard, 16. They've been in the house for about an hour, Paige. We saw some great finishes from Salvanera and Matt Kang of the Michigan Auto Aces, but still anybody's tournament right now.
Anybody's tournament, but we're seeing that you can really birdie the last couple holes, and I think that's where we're going to see down the stretch. Things are going to get quite interesting.
There's no shortages of phenomenal players in this field. I did a little research. 26 players in this field have touched the PGA Tour in some capacity, either playing the Masters and the U.S. Open by way of the U.S. Mid-Am or the U.S. Am. A lot of great players in this field, and I'm just not sure who can really put up a fight. Can Quick and Wawerski, can they stay around and do what they need to do?
Lights are going to go down. Golf's going to get hot.
All right, now let's go to the tee at the third. Nate Hills at the third.
All right, both teams coming off a par at the last. This one's looking real good. High draw, probably like a pitching wedge. This hole I found tough to stick the green, but that's very nice.
Tell you what, you were nicer on the call there, Nate, than he seemed to. I mean, that was a good shot. He didn't like it at all, Paige.
They have high expectations out here. Like you were saying, a lot of them are fantastic players, and this is kind of their second chance to play competitive golf.
All right, taking his time, being less than quick.
Austin loves just very methodical pre-shot routine, and he likes to hit a swinging draw. So I think that's probably the shot shape he's going to come in here. Oh, looked like he might have faded it a bit.
It's definitely left. Okay, well, Paige, while we saw that, this was a moment ago at the 18th tee.
Again, another really good shot coming in here. Again, everything that feeds in, this is exactly where you want to hit it, but you can hit it right and left. And did we see it? Oh, so close there.
All right, now live look at 18. This is for the lead.
Again, big breaking putt here, and let's.
Joseph Harrison.
High side. Oh man, we thought that one should have failed, Paige.
It should have, but
this sets up perfect. You're the captain. You're the captain of the Las Vegas action. You get the second putt here to take the lead. And I got to ask you a question. You're the captain of the new golf team, and Colt Knost is on your team. Who is this guy, Doug?
It doesn't matter. He's Mr. Right Now. That's who he is. Colt's not here. He's got to work. He's got some things to do. We know this read. Tell you what, if there's anybody that's going to do it, is a guy with a broomstick. He's got no nerves. Did he hit it?
And he did it. And we're posted at 17 under par.
And now the action, looking for all of it right now. Who wants to smoke? They do. They now take the lead, go out and shoot 12 under par, tied for the round of the day, and now one shot clear of the Bluebirds, Trevor Lamson and Abe Candelario.
I was talking to Mark King, who is one of the co-owners of the Las Vegas action, and he was super excited about this round today. They felt prepared, and they felt ready, and they felt like it was their time.
And everybody's going to say, who are these guys? Philip Reedy and Joseph Harrison. They just beat Peter Tomasulo and Martin Flores in a squared-up match, and both of them have won on the Korn Ferry Tour. Peter Tomasulo's won multiple times on the Korn Ferry Tour, so they have as much talent as anybody.
I just want to say that it's on record that Philip Reedy has shot 53, 17 under at Los Pardos in Las Vegas. So
can you repeat that?
He shot 53, 17 under at Los Paredos in Las Vegas.
I can't even do that as a six-person scramble.
Just saying, that's what it says. So his handicap might be a little skewed. It says plus 4.8. It might be like plus 9.
That's some math I can't understand. And I talked to BJ Doucette yesterday. He holds 9 course records at different courses, and so I'm assuming their strategy was just go out and find the guys that are most well-known in Las Vegas. But as you see, there's some of their partners, Jennifer Song and Willie Mack III. Yeah. They're just making the turn, and they have a great shot to catapult themselves up towards the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, they shot 6 under already. They're at 12. They've got a chance to do some more things. You saw Cameron Sisk there. I tell you, when we look at names, there's one name here on this page that really stands out, and that's Ty Strafauci. No big deal, but he's a U.S. amateur champ.
Yeah, no big deal. And it's not as if he won the U.S. Am like Colt Knost back in 2007. Tyler Strafauci won it in 2020. The guy's 27 years old, and he's still chasing the golf dream. So he's as good as anybody on this in this league or on any other tour, I'll tell you that much.
66 two-man teams played into the Grass League Open. We had the draft round on Wednesday, the draft on Thursday. Round 1 was yesterday, and now Saturday, we find ourselves here at 3 Green.
Doug, I always feel like this is the part of the broadcast at the Grass Clippings Open, the GL Championship, where we're all sitting in the broadcast booth kind of frantic because there's so many groups that are in contention. You know, the leaderboard can't be long enough in the graphic because there's guys and women that are sitting below that have, like we said earlier, the most amount of holes to play. So it's tough to really get a grasp on this leaderboard. That's going to be a wild finish.
Well, who can help us do that is Nate Hill, who's with this group.
Very meticulous on this green read from Phoenix. Advantage definitely to the Muskies here. Angle hitting dark next to the hole, so I'm pretty much, don't want to jinx him, but I'm putting him in for 2. So pressure's on Phoenix here to make this.
I feel like Phoenix has the most pressure as a team. They came in with the overnight team lead. I saw their owner at lunch earlier. He looked confident, but he didn't seem very confident.
And the thing is, all these franchises, they're the hometown team.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're playing in front of everybody. You know, again, Austin Quick works down the street at a scrapyard. Like you said, he's scrappy. And
he better be scrappy.
Tyler Waworski works at the course. His caddy's one of the bag boys. I mean, it's added pressure, but I think it's pretty, it's emotional. And if they win this, you're going to really see the emotions come out on the 18th.
Yeah, Austin Quick, we said it earlier in the broadcast, was teammates at ASU with John Rahm. So he kind of built like John Rahm. They look kind of similar.
I think John Rahm might be offended by that.
That's fair. Not offended by that. There's a 2. Nate said, yeah, probably going to make this one. Went ahead and did it.
If you're going to take that long to read a putt, you better make it.
Yeah, great call there from our man on the ground, Nate Hill. And we're going to jump back to the 15th tee.
Another pair of Phoenix United. This is Vince India, the former Mr. Iowa golfer of the year.
Does Phoenix United have
how
the
about
best
this
uniforms?
page? How about this page?
Oh, style and substance, something I can't always relate to, but that was a fantastic shot right there.
Paige, I would say, what's your style? What's my style? What's your style? You know, their style's not for everyone. You know, they might have the loudest uniforms, but I don't know if they're the best looking. And speaking of just the mundane uniforms, that would be the Muskies. Let's send it down to the voice on the ground.
Nate Hill, take it away.
We got Blanchard here hitting it first, and this is close. This is about 3 feet. Should make this. Does. Easy.
Oh.
And there it is. You heard that. I love how Nate was like, oh, that's easy. Yeah, with this pressure right now, you've got your ownership pressure, your own expectations that you're trying to meet. You don't want to let that man or woman down that's with you. There's 2 birdies early in this round, 2 under after 3 for Blanchard and Engel of the Minnesota Muskies. They've gotten to 12, so we're going to keep an eye on them and see how this round progresses. Pete, you've got friends all the way around here, Todd. I apologize. As we get to the tee at 4,
Alex Chiarella with the Bluebirds. He's got a chance for eagle, as you see, if this goes in the hole.
I'll tell you what, he got a little spin on that page. First ball we've seen with any kind of juice.
And he's the one to do it. He can put a lot of spin and action on his golf ball.
What's the key there, Paige? How do you get really spin on the ball?
I've heard finding the center of the club face. I don't always find it. I don't get a real spin, but that's what I've heard.
Okay, all right.
Also, one thing I do want to mention as well is you said the pressure of your team and your teammates and also your family that's out here. I think one thing that's really interesting is that you have their partners and their kids, and everyone seems to come out and to support them, and it's a really cool environment.
You know what's also interesting, and we talked about it, Todd, off air, is how this league has breathed life into players that had probably hung up competitive golf.
Oh, man. And, you know, I think it's re-inspired people like Hannah Gregg, even though she had her best finish over in Europe recently.
Yeah.
She was jacked up, just like she's jacked up on that putt when she got drafted.
If this is her jacked up, I don't want to see her mad.
Yeah.
The silent assassin, her and Lindblom. You see the 3-3-3 start. Finally broke the seal here in round 2. They've got a lot of work to do. But Reedy, Harrison, they jumped Candelaria and Lamson. They're now on top this leaderboard at 17 under par, 12 under par, 2 12 under par rounds today. And send it back down to the tee at 4. God, I love the way this looks. People are going to be like, oh, this is deserty. Yes, this is desert golf, par 3. This is what it looks like when you come out here. Quick here.
Austin can get a little squirrely off the tee. He has some trouble with his alignment, but luckily he has a fantastic partner who is known for his ball striking, and Austin is known for his putting.
Yeah, Paige, talk a little bit more about what you can do to kind of fix that. I think that a lot of players struggle with just where their body goes and where their eyes go. It kind of crisscrosses and makes X's.
We did a fun match out in San Diego, and I was watching Austin hit, and I noticed that he kept moving his body more and more and more to the right, and he fixed his alignment and he started nailing it. I think when you're a new golfer or even an experienced golfer and things start going awry, you want to check your alignment, your grip. And a fantastic shot there, and that's exactly what I was talking about. When you have that partner who is known for their ball striking, Austin's going to tap that in for birdie.
Did Paige just call all of that, by the way? And I was at that match when she gave him that little tidbit. And she's not only a player, she's a coach.
Yeah, I don't think Paige gets the credit she deserves for her golf prowess. I'll just be honest.
She does not. She can play, and hopefully she either plays in this league or she owns a team in this league. One or the other.
I think she's probably going to end up owning a team and being a player owner.
Kind of like a Ben Herman?
I was going to say the good CEO.
Oh, Matt Kendrick.
Matt Kendrick. I think she'll be more like that, but nicer.
His playing days might be coming to a close here soon, though.
Yeah, can he get voted off his own team?
Oh, he's the emperor.
I just wonder. All right, back here, tee at 4. Downhill. We've already seen one in tight.
As you can see, they're hitting these nice flighted shots, putting it back in their stance, choking down a little bit, swinging a little bit easier, and that's going to bring the ball flight down in these windy conditions, but also just to control the spin.
I'm glad you brought up the conditioning page, because right now, west-southwest wind at 9 miles an hour, so we are exactly where we were about this time yesterday. Yesterday, winds got up and gusts almost 20 miles an hour. But it is an absolute gem of a day on the weather side. 81 degrees, no humidity. Why? It's the desert. 1,200 feet elevation.
You know what I love about this crew, Sam Engel and Brian Blanchard? I talked to them after a Skins game. They play the Skins game every Monday night here. And, I get to know them. This is a few years back. And they're like, we never played high school golf. We didn't play college golf. We just picked up the clubs. We worked for, one's a software engineer. Sam's a software engineer salesman. And we picked up golf later in life. Now they find themselves in the final group of the Grass League.
Okay, we saw the tee shots. Now birdie putt on the way here at 15.
I can't stress how good of a birdie on 15 really is. And I think a lot of later groups would want to buy that birdie right.
And there's a trend. If you birdie the 15th, you have a chance to win the tournament. If you don't birdie, you most likely won't. Like we said, history repeats itself. Brian Ruffles made it in the GL Championship. Kurt Watkins made it at the GCO in 2025. So, again, it's a pivotal hole. It's the hardest hole on the golf course. If you can birdie that hole, you put yourself in a good position to win.
All right, while we wait on the tee at 8, or the green to clear at 18.
Andrew von Lossow just completely, it breaks different ways, and that's the difficult part about this. You might have a better chance making it off the tee than putting it. But Blake Snyder, another fellow Washington resident, is scrappy. He's known to make a lot of putts.
Yeah, Von Lasso actually works with Golf WRX as a gear and content contributor. Most people know him as Mr. Lead Tape Chronicles.
Yeah, he's kind of famous in the gear junkie golf people's world.
Yeah. I actually gave him a shout out a couple days ago in an interview with Abe, of all people, and got a little love on IG. I appreciate that there, Mr. Van Lasso. And Blake Snyder, now Washington Open champion back in 2023.
Let's see if they can get this read right. I'm seeing a lot of their teammates look back with some head shakes because they can't quite figure out this putt. And there you have it. That didn't seem to move as much. They are just as shocked as we are.
And that's going to leave them right at 11 under par. And I tell you what, even though you don't finish, win or at the top of the leaderboard, when you're done with this thing, you know the party's about to happen.
Yeah, but it's more so, too, that this is a season-long points race. So just because you didn't have your best day, you're not going to win the tournament. Those are massive putts because they add up at the end of the year. I remember Matt Ryan and Kevin Lucas shot 3 under at the summer grind, and they came off, they go, we get it now. We got to go up and post 11 under tomorrow because we want to win that season-long points race. Sure enough, they shot 11 under the next day, and they won the season-long points race.
All right, we'll go to our anchor group here at the 4th.
Good birdie putt there.
Brian Blanchard keeping the Minnesota Muskies alive.
Nonchalant about it, too. They're feeling it right now.
And not too bad for a software engineer. 3 under after 4. Good start for Engel and Blanchard. They, again, won the 2024 U.S. Amateur 4-ball, so they know how to play together. They know how to stick to their strengths and pick each other up when they're down.
Jaworski misses, and they've switched. We just picked up on they switched the putting sequence. That's an interesting take. But back to Brian Blanchard and Sam Engel. People will go, oh, they won the 2024 US 4-ball. Oh, who cares? It's just a USGA event. Guess who they beat in that event? And then the finals. Blades Brown. Have you heard of him?
Never heard of him. He's a star, actually.
Yep. It's crazy.
Absolute star.
They have a lot of talent between the two of them.
Blades Brown, 18 years old. Tell you, that kid, I've seen him play golf up close and personal. It's impressive. A little robotic in the move, but man, do I love it. Now to make the birdie page.
And like I was saying earlier, Austin is a fantastic putter, and hopefully they're going to do a little ham and egg on this green.
Well, we saw the ham. We need the egg.
The egg is there. It's
there
juicy.
It is. Scrambled medium.
Over easy?
That's not scrambled medium, Paige. That's how we do it. Oh, man. Well, we hope you have enjoyed this YouTube teaser, this little bit of action for the Grass League, because we're going to come back and do it all again on Golf Channel here in about 15 minutes. The Grass League, we're here, and we'll be back in just a moment.
You ever play Tierra Rojada?
Tierra Rojada plays a 7,015 yards, 132 slope, 73.3 course rating, fairly priced, friendly staff.
What's happening?
Golf Now has over 2 million course ratings and reviews, which makes it easier to find the perfect course, including day of reports. Go for memorized them all. Try another.
Gray Shore Dunes.
Link style feels like Ireland. Firm fairways. I wouldn't go today, though. They just punch the greens.
Wow, he's good.
Golf Now's even better.
Yeah. 4! Oh, sorry. What'd I miss? Golf Now. Get your golf on.
This is what it looks like, my world brand new. Just do what I do. That's what it looks like, good life, just cruise. Better vibes, better views. Yeah, kick it on back like we on vacation. Get them on their feet like a standing ovation. Switch it up, let me see you get up and shake it. Shake it. Soak up the sun, rinse and repeat. Coming in looking like a VIP. It's a good time, yeah, say la vie. Living my best life.
Back at the Grass Clippings Open, presented by Gila River Resorts and Casino. We're in Tempe, Arizona. Reedy Harrison, they're on top of the leaderboard at 17 under par after stellar day, 12 under. Kang Salvanera, they tried to push birdie the last hole. Huge fist bumps, but fall just short. They're at 15. Second page, Willie Wilcox there of the LA hitters. Willie, one of the lowest rounds on the Korn Ferry Tour ever shot at the time, 59, did that, but Todd Dobson, Paige Sporanic with me. We've seen a lot of good golf, and we're going to take all this party over to Golf Channel here in about 15 minutes. But what's your takeaways from this opening day, or this opening time, I guess we should say, here on YouTube?
We've seen a lot of really great shots, some good rounds posted, and I think it's going to come down to the stretch, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen under the lights.
Some of these groups that we've been talking about, we've been having anxiety about, are just making the turn. We just saw Strafacci's name go by. He's 11 under, chasing that elusive 17 under. And when I talked to Scott Hebert, the greenskeeper, this morning, he said, I'm predicting 18 under is the winning score.
Oh, 18 under, that's a really solid prediction. We've got a lot of players on the field. I like saying field here. It feels better. Like, I don't like saying the course. It's like on the field. This is the field of play right here at Grass Clippings. All right, we've enjoyed our time with you on YouTube. Todd Dobson, Paige Sporanic, Doug Smith, Nate Hill, Daltus. We're going to step aside for just a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, switch over to Golf Channel. We'll see you in 15 minutes right here from the Glass League Open.